Welcome to Aesha's IS Institute. This is our website aesha.com. We upload current affairs here daily. So you can visit our website and refer to daily current affairs, and also monthly compilations are uploaded. So in this video, we are going to discuss the August 2016 monthly compilation. So here you can download the full PDF file. In the first video, we have already covered the first part. Here we are starting with second part of August. So here starting with interstate rivers. So the first news is river linking to cost rupees 5 lakh crore. So this is regarding the National Water Development Agency. So this is a central agency that plans and prepares cost estimates for these river linking projects. So it has so far identified 16 peninsular rivers and 14 Himalayan rivers that can be potentially linked as such. So these two projects are there specifically which have reached some advanced stage of planning. One we have discussed quite often, you should be knowing about it by now. This is Ken and Betwa river linking project. Both are tributaries of river Yamuna. The states involved are UP and Madhya Pradesh. So here Madhya Pradesh we have also seen, because it is waiting clearances, the partial submergence of Panna Tiger Reserve would take place because of this project. So this is a concern here. So Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, both are the states. The river linking project will benefit, and irrigation will be provided in Bundelkhand region of Uttar Pradesh majorly, and also some parts of Madhya Pradesh. So this Panna Tiger Sanctuary is in Madhya Pradesh. The second project which has reached advanced stage is Daman Ganga and Pinjal river linking project. So this is between Maharashtra and Gujarat, the two states involved, and here the major beneficiary would be Mumbai and Maharashtra as such. So this Daman Ganga Pinjal project, Gujarat has stated that we will allow more share coming to Maharashtra through this river linking project if Maharashtra also reciprocates by cooperating on this Per Tapi Narmada link. So this is going to mainly benefit projects. So these river linking projects are being picked up now. So this is important. Then next is will not compromise on Mahadai, Goa CM. So this is regarding Mahadai. So this is an interstate river water dispute. Mahadai river, the two states involved here are Karnataka and Goa. So this river originates in Karnataka, flows through Goa, and then drains out into Arabian Sea. So this is Mahadai river, known as Mandovi in Goa. So this case is now before a tribunal, and the tribunal in its interim order here presently, the decision which has been taken by the tribunal is that Karnataka should not go ahead with this dam projects and divert water. So this action has been sought on the 7 TMC water. So TMC, what does this stand for? TMC stands for 1000 million cubic feet. So this TMC or TMCF, if these terminologies come up, it means this, and it is important because UPSC sometimes also asks questions on these such terms also. So this is 1000 million cubic feet means 10 raised to 9 means 1 billion. So this is the term TMFC, TMCF or TMC as the unit for volume of water in a reservoir or volume in a river flow. So it's a unit for volume because C stands for cubic. So this is there. So now here the issue is on Karnataka building dams. So it has plans to construct 7 dams on Mahadai river. So it has been asked to stop this by Goa, and the tribunal is now looking into the matter. The next is looming water crisis casts a shadow over Samba crops. So now this is regarding Kaveri water dispute. So in Kaveri water dispute, the states involved are Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, which are majorly competing here on the issue, but the other two states are also there having a minor share. This is Kerala and the Union Territory as such, Puducherry. So between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, the issue is going on because Karnataka has been asked by Supreme Court too that it has to release water. So this development has taken place later, and we have discussed. This is August news. So Tamil Nadu is asking Karnataka to release water, and both are suffering because of water levels going low. So Mettur Dam, which is in Tamil Nadu, their water levels are low. Even Krishna Raja Sagar Dam, which is in Karnataka, both on Kaveri River. Here also storage levels are low. So Tamil Nadu has traditionally built its farming here. The delta farmers are there in Tamil Nadu. They depend on this river, and now if Karnataka does not allow the flow, then it would result in these farmers suffering. So this is there. Kaveri Water Dispute Tribunal has already given its award, and they have gone, the states have gone in appeal to Supreme Court. So Supreme Court has entertained this too under special leave petition. So that is allowed. So here now Kaveri Water Regulatory Board, regulating authority should be there, and Kaveri Management Board should be there. So this is mandated that these should be appointed by the center, by the tribunal. So in the tribunal award, this is mandated, but center has not appointed them yet. So delay in this is also been highlighted. Then in Karnataka also, it is saying that farmers should not sow crops which will result in more water consumption like sugarcane and paddy. So semi-arid crops should be sown when only Karnataka will release water for their own farmers too. So the crisis is there in Karnataka as well. Then next is Tamil Nadu moves Supreme Court for Kaveri water release. So this is what we have just discussed. So this Kaveri Water Dispute Tribunal order came in 2007. And the case is before the Supreme Court. So for present temporary relief to Tamil Nadu has approached Supreme Court. The next is Maharashtra, Telangana sign pact for 3 irrigation projects. So this is Maharashtra and Telangana signing this pact for the rivers are Godavari, Pranhitta and Penganga. So what would happen is these river irrigation projects would provide irrigation facilities in Maharashtra's Chandrapur, Gadchiroli and Yavatmal districts too, and it will benefit even Telangana. The next is AP gets 36 TMC feet and Telangana 15 TMC feet of Krishna water. So now this is regarding Krishna river water dispute. So this Krishna river water dispute has a tribunal, had a tribunal established actually. So 2 tribunals have been established. The second one is Brajesh Kumar Tribunal, which also has given its verdict. So this Krishna water dispute is between the states of Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and now Telangana also. So the tribunal, the second tribunal, Krishna water dispute tribunal led by Justice Brajesh Kumar, this gave its award in 2013. And after that 2014 Telangana was formed, means AP was bifurcated. So now the question arose that what would be Telangana's share on Krishna water. So here Maharashtra and Karnataka, they don't want reallocation being done. So they're happy with the award which has been given by tribunal. But Andhra Pradesh and Telangana insisted that the entire issue should be looked afresh and division of water should be done. But actually what was done finally, what was agreed was tribunal decided that whatever is AP's share, that should be bifurcated between AP and Telangana. So that has been gone ahead with, you can see. So Krishna Water Dispute Tribunal also mandated a management board. So here Krishna River Management Board has been established and it allocated water to for the month of September. So as such tribunal gives its award, but then how allocation should be done in various months depending on the flow as such. So this management boards are there which look into the matter. And in general, the ratio of division between the 2 states is 63:37 for AP and Telangana. Then the next, height increasing, work to finish before schedule. So this is the height of the Narmada Dam would be increased now. So this is the Narmada Control Authority which has approved this proposal to increase the height of the dam. The implementing agency is Sardar Sarovar Narmada Nigam Limited, which is again a government owned body. So here protests are also going on. You must be knowing that Narmada Bachao Andolan, which is headed by Medha Patkar, they have been protesting against the increase in the height of the dam, which would result in displacement here and the rehabilitation of the people affected. So this is the concern because of which these protests are also being held. And the increasing the height of the dam, this would result in, of course, one power generation and irrigation facilities. So power production will be shared between the states of Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra, and the irrigation facilities would be provided for Gujarat and Rajasthan. So this would be the benefits here. Then next we come to NHRC. So Polity and NHRC, National Human Rights Commission. So this, NHRC has given some suggestions, and this is in the context of UN Human Rights Council, which is going to conduct its survey here. So here this will be a review as such, not a survey, a review. So a review is conducted by UN Human Rights Council every 4 years. So it is due next year now, means in 2017. So this is, in that context, we have to make our human rights stronger in the country. So that is why NHRC has suggested two key provisions. One is, it says that section 377 of IPC. So this section 377 is a controversial section because it deals with unnatural sex, and this is the provision which is generally used to criminalize the LGBT community, lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgenders. So this provisions are also contradicting section 375 provisions which deal with rape. So this is what it is asking, that these provisions should be removed. Second, it is saying that the age of child is defined differently. For prosecution for criminal cases, juveniles as such, the age is defined differently, and for child rights laws, the age is different. So here also it is to be brought in alignment. The next is, Ramya won't apologize, says she is entitled to her view. So this is actor turned politician Ramya. So when Defense Minister Mr. Manohar Parrikar, now the ex-Defense Minister, he claimed that Pakistan was hell. So she responded saying that Pakistan is not hell. The people there are just like us. They treated us well. So this statement of hers has been taken up, and it has resulted in section 124A of IPC, which deals with sedition, to be imposed against her. So sedition basically deals with speaking, saying, or even implying. So it means in words, spoken, written, even in signs, anything which is going against the government, causing disaffection towards the government, that is considered as sedition. So that is the sedition law. It's a colonial legacy, British era law. Even judiciary has stated many times that it should not be used the way it is presently. So still it is seen that this is another case where section 124A of IPC has been charged. The next is, Center moves on voter totalizer machines. So this is introducing this totalizer machine. So this is, when it is introduced, what would happen is the votes would be mixed. So various booths from which counting is done. So this votes would be mixed up so that there cannot be any analysis being done of which booth where voting took place in what pattern. So this has been recommended by the Election Commission. So this is the proposal which it gave in 2008. Even Law Commission has said that such totalizer machines should be introduced. So the present Union government is now deciding on totalizer machines. As such, that has not been finalized yet. So this totalizer machine is, what will it do is, it will prevent disclosure of voting patterns across polling stations. So during counting it may take place. So there are fears that voters can be intimidated as such to pre-poll or post-poll. So victimization can also take place. So that is why this totalizer machines are recommended. The next is, CAG suggests cuts in censor board's way of working. So this is scrutiny by CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General of India of CBFC. So it even Shyam Benegal has made recommendations to fix the problems regarding the board. So presently also we have discussed about his recommendations that films should be certified, not censored as such. Cuts should not be there. So that is what it is. The need to recertify films has arisen to allow the exhibition of films on cable and satellite television. So this is the issue which was brought out by CAG. That recertification was done of some films. So Central Board of Film Certification said that this was done because films need to be shown on cable, satellite TV. So recertification. So how does it make sense? If there is one certificate which applies to a film, how can it be changed if it's for various different purposes? So this is pointed out. The next is, ONGC overstated crude oil output, says CAG report. So this is about state-run PSU, ONGC. So CAG says that it paid up an additional 18,626 crores in subsidies for this last few years, 2011 to 2014-15, by overstating its crude oil output. So CAG is also, ONGC is also responsible for providing for subsidies as such. So this subsidy sharing system is there since 2012. This means what? There are upstream companies and downstream companies in oil production. So upstream companies would be those who are producing oil. So upstream and downstream are those who are providing it to the customers. So an upstream company's subsidy burden was to be calculated on the basis of its total crude oil production. So how much subsidy burden, because upstream companies are doing well and here offsetting is required because of the subsidies which government also provides. So this subsidy burden is shared by ONGC. So now when it says it has more crude oil production, means it will have to take up more because it depends on crude oil production. So it will have to bear more of the subsidy burden. So that is being highlighted by CAG, that because it overstated its crude oil output, subsidy burden also increased and additional 18,626 crores had to be provided for by ONGC. So this is there. It says that it included condensate and off gases. So off gas actually is a dissolved gas in crude oil separated during the stabilization process of crude oil. So this off gas was also included in the measurement. So it says measurement of crude oil production should not include condensates and off gas. So this is what the CAG report says. So it says had it not overstated production, ONGC would have missed its production targets for all the years under review. So that is why it overstated its production, adding up condensate and off gases also. So this is the news. Then next is LPG subsidy savings largely due to falling oil prices, CAG. So this is regarding the government's claim that savings which have come forth now. So these savings are due to the direct benefit transfer scheme which has been there for LPG, PAHAL scheme as it is called, and the Give It Up campaign, that the subsidy should be given up by LPG subsidy by those who are well off. So the government had claimed that this is resulting in saving, but now CAG claims that 92% of these savings have occurred. There is no denying that. This savings of 23,300 crore which have taken place, these savings are 92% because of sharp fall in oil prices. The global crude oil prices fell. So that is why savings have taken place, not because of these schemes. Because of these schemes, the savings is quite minimal. Then next is CAG uncovers roads to nowhere. So this is regarding Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. So in this, CAG says there are several irregularities. There are planning procedures which have not been followed. Quality control has been poor. Funds diverted. So all this, there are projects which are showing road connectivity where there is no road connectivity actually done. So this is all which has been highlighted by CAG. So this is the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana which was launched in 2000. So it actually aimed to provide all-weather roads to all unconnected habitations in rural India with population of 500 persons or above, and in hill areas population to 50% and above. So this was its target, but now the discrepancies here have been highlighted in the CAG report. So it says that it showed unconnected habitations as connected while excluded eligible habitations from road projects. Then next is regulatory bodies. This is regarding Medical Council of India. So this grants recognition to medical colleges. So now oversight panel puts MCI findings in abeyance. So Supreme Court appointed oversight committee which is headed by Justice R.M. Lodha, which is looking into BCCI case also. So this oversight committee found that the functioning of MCI was not up to the mark. Lodha committee says that the recommendations of MCI inspection which was done, it found glaring shortages in many private medical colleges. So Justice Lodha committee had granted recognition to these colleges, but MCI inspection found them not up to the mark. So this is the news. The next is most pending cases at SEBI more than 2 years old. So SEBI cases pending issue is there. So from SEBI it goes to Securities Appellate Tribunal too. So it hears appeals filed against SEBI orders. So this has also pulled up the regulator that there are delays in investigation. So it's just SEBI has the powers. So inquiries proceedings which come to it, it can suspend or cancel the registration of a market intermediary. So these powers are there with SEBI, but delays are seen now. Next is Ponzi schemes not under our purview, SEBI. So SEBI has denied that it does not have regulatory purview over Ponzi schemes. So the responsibility for these lie on state governments. What are Ponzi schemes? These are schemes which generate money without any fruitful investment being done. So what it does, it accumulates money. So these are various schemes which you must have heard of, like chit funds generally. So what they do is they say you put in some money, you invest some money. They say you invest 100 rupees. So in a week you will get 200 rupees. So or 100 rupees as interest another one. So this huge amount of interest or profit which is shown as earned, these are not real profits. They do give, in the initial phases, they do give such huge amounts of returns, which encourages the investors to invest more money in such schemes. So when you invest in such schemes, what actually happens is what the scheme person does is that they use the same money to repay the earlier investors. So there's nothing new activity being done. The money is just recirculated in this way. So what happens? Of course, this is not viable. It will not go on for long. So there is one point when it will collapse. So then when people have invested a lot and there's a huge amount of money accumulated, the scheme maker actually runs away with the entire money. So this is also named after Charles Ponzi, who had become notorious for using this technique in US in 1920. So these are called Ponzi schemes. So they pass returns to its investors from new capital paid to the operators by new investors. Then this is not from any profit earned through any legitimate source. So now Ponzi schemes, how to detect them, how to regulate them. So SEBI is saying we don't have the regulatory purview over Ponzi schemes. It is the responsibility of state government to protect investors. So that is it says Ponzi schemes does not fall under the regulatory purview. It says they are banned under Price, Chit and Money Circulation Banning Act of 1978. So the enforcement agency is state. How can you put that responsibility on us? So the collective investment schemes, this was not a banned activity. So this is also there. Collective investment scheme was authorized if it was registered with SEBI or got prior permission from the regulator. So these collective investments mean such schemes can be there, but whether they are fruitfully using the scheme or whether there is a profit making initiative being done and it is returning to the investors or what is going on inside is also important. So that is there. So this, it says collective investment scheme as such is not a banned activity. It is authorized. Then next is Railways uses drones for survey of vulnerable sections. So since rail accidents etc. also taking place, so this is a news that drones are being used now. Unmanned vehicles, unmanned aerial objects with cameras, they can take pictures also. Then next is no role in Lokpal nomination, Center to Supreme Court. So this is regarding the Lokpal. So Lokpal Selection Committee is a high-powered committee which is chaired by Prime Minister. So this is under the Lokpal and Lokayukta Act of 2013. Lokpal should be established at central level, Lokayuktas at state level. So now the issue is that Lokpal Selection Committee will select amongst the nominations which will come forth, names which would come forth. So these names would come forth through a search committee. So Lokpal Search Committee was tried to be established. So this Supreme Court Judge Justice K.T. Thomas was offered this a position here in Lokpal Search Committee in 2014, but he refused to be a member of it, saying that it did not give him autonomy. So the provision which was there that the search committee should only shortlist candidates from a list provided by the government. So only those. So what are you searching for? Already the government has the names. So this was the point on which he refused to be part of search committee. But now the union government says that it has no role in recommending the names as such. So it is free. The judicial members of Lokpal, they can be appointed by the search committee will decide them. The government would not provide a list. The selection finally will be in the hands of this high-powered selection committee. So that is the. So this is regarding the course correction which happened in 2014. So center has been stripped of its powers. It cannot recommend names that what the Lokpal search committee will look into. So this is regarding that. You can see the details given here too. So the Lokpal and Lokayukta Act, the salient features of these are given. So you can see Lokpal at the center, Lokayukta in the states. Of course, it is a vigilance body. It's an anti-corruption body. So complaints as such would go to Lokpal. So it comprises of a chairperson and maximum of 8 members. 4 will be from 50% at least should be from judicial side. So this is that 50% are amongst the, also separately 50% should be amongst the SC, ST, OBC, minorities and women overall. So judicial, non-judicial too, and this balance should also be maintained. Then next is the chairperson of the Lokpal and members of the Lokpal, they would be appointed by selection committee comprising of these 5 people, that Prime Minister, Speaker of Lok Sabha, even leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha is a concern, because of which presently the Lokpal has still not been appointed as of April 2017 too, because leader of the opposition is not there, because this formal post goes to a leader of the opposition who has at least 10% seats in the house. So there's no party which has at least 10% seats in the Lok Sabha house. Congress also got less than that. That is why the government presently is saying that we cannot form the selection committee, so we cannot appoint Lokpal. But then they are saying that we are trying to amend. The amendment to the Lokpal Act has been proposed with other provisions also in it. So this will change this leader of opposition terminology to single largest party, and then the selection committee can be formed. So this is the present status as such too. Search committee, as we just discussed, so this will be assisting the selection committee. So here 50% of the members of search committee should also be from SC, ST, OBC minorities. Jurisdiction, you can see it covers all public servants. So this is there. Then donations regarding these NGOs also. NGOs receiving, or entities, any entity receiving foreign funding. So they who are under the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act 2. So if they are receiving funding more than 10 lakh per year, they are also under the jurisdiction of Lokpal. So this is there. There are several provisions. It has the power to attach, confiscate property of public servants. This is regarding the timelines which have been set up clearly in the Lokpal and Lokayukta Act. So that is there, and the punishments. So even Prime Minister, ministers, members of as such come under its purview, but Prime Minister also comes under its purview, but there are restrictions as such on which aspects can be looked into by Lokpal. So it's an anti-corruption body. The next is Ministry of Home Affairs oversight for all NGOs. So this issue we are seeing till now, it's going on. So Home Ministry wants that the Finance Ministry should surrender its powers to monitor NGOs. So Finance Ministry monitors NGOs under FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act, and the Home Ministry looks into under this FCRA. So this FCRA Act of 2010 has been established. So now Home Ministry wants that Finance Ministry should give up its oversight. So this is being put forth now. So it is said here, the point which is made is that very many international donors, they are registered under FEMA but not under FCRA. So that is why Home Ministry wants all of them to come under one purview. So this you can see FCRA registration as such were cancelled also, NGOs registrations, because of not following norms by Home Ministry. So Home Ministry is coming down strongly against NGOs. So it says FCRA, the act as such, to Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, was brought in force to regulate flow of foreign funds to voluntary organizations, because it was felt that these funds are being used for anti-national activities. So this is the thing. Then center junks, pay band and grade pay for pay matrix. So this is the new form in which the pays would be decided. So the pay band, grade pay, these are colonial era terminologies. These have been replaced by level in the pay matrix. So this has been done on the basis of the 7th Pay Commission's recommendations. So you can see the details are given here. You can visit this site and look into the pay matrix details too. It's calculation and very complicated. So you can as such skip it as well. That's not important. But if you're interested, you can look at it. Then next is governance. So here the first news is retrenched workers in Saudi Arabia to return. So this is regarding Saudi Arabia facing a crisis, and this has been because of oil prices falling. So since oil prices are falling, Saudi Arabian people are also suffering, and Indians who are living and working in Saudi Arabia are suffering. So here now the government is laid off. There are many layoffs also taking place. So now food is being provided for these workers who have been laid off. They are living in inhuman conditions in labor camps after they have lost their jobs. So now the efforts have been made to bring them back, and they have been brought back too. So this is there. You can see falling oil prices have hit the construction sector in the Gulf region, with expat workers in Saudi Arabia being amongst the most affected. Then this is showing the differences between 3 terminologies with respect to foreign affairs. So this is embassy, consulate and high commission. So embassy is the term which is the permanent diplomatic mission led by an ambassador in a country. So where there will be an embassy permanently there. High Commission is a term which is used for diplomatic missions sent to Commonwealth countries. So Commonwealth, the British Commonwealth which is there. So that is the term High Commission used. And consulate actually, so it's also a diplomatic mission only. And consulate is the term which is generally in more than one places too. So consulates can be open. So mini version of embassy, but it can be there in many places or in various states, generally in places where tourists visit. So these consulates are open there, so they assist people here. Then next is Indian Canadian named House leader. So this is Indian Canadian Sikh MP Bardish Chaggar. He has been named the new leader of the government in Canada's House of Commons. And she is also the first woman to hold the post in Canada. This is there. There are 19 Indian origin candidates who won in the Canadian elections, general elections. The next is foreign funds pour in. 3,000 NGOs get over 22,000 crores. So this is a study again on NGOs. So here it says a total of 3,068 NGOs received foreign funds, which is above 22,000 crores. So these NGOs, there are NGOs who reported receiving more than 1 crore from foreign donors. So as of July 2016, NGOs registered under FCRA are minimal. These are only 33,091. So their foreign funding is regulated under this act. So the highest amount of foreign donor money was utilized for rural development, then for welfare of children, construction and maintenance of schools, colleges and research. So this is the data been showing how much NGOs receive funds and how are they utilized and whether they are registered under FCRA. So this is the main concern of the government. They should be registered under FCRA. They should file their returns. They should be under the government purview. The next is ISRO ex-chief Madhavan Nair named in Antriksh charge sheet. So this is regarding the CBI filing a charge sheet against former ISRO chief G. Madhavan Nair and other senior officials too. So this is in context of Antriksh Deva's deal case. So in this CBI says that it is alleged that 578 crore was wrongfully gained by Devas Multimedia because of this deal. So this deal has been cancelled by the government and Devas has gone for international arbitration. And in international arbitration it won. So Antriksh, the commercial arm of ISRO, it lost the case here. So that is the present status. The deal actually was that Devas would be given rights for delivery of videos, multimedia content, etc. to mobile phones using the S-band. So this S-band of GSAT and G6A, GSAT 6 and GSAT 6A satellites will be used by Devas. So this deal was signed, but when the government was asked for support, so this you can see proposal for budgetary support, approving the design, manufacture, launch of this GSAT satellites. At that time, this deal was not mentioned about. So this is there. The Space Commission mission took place here in 2005, but it was not informed that there is already an agreement for leasing out this S-band with Devas. So this is the major issue. So Devas is a company which is represented by Mr. Chandrasekhar and Mr. Vishwanathan. They are having major stakes. It's based in US. Then next is Vyapam scam. Supreme Court directs CBI to file forensic report in 6 weeks. So CBI has been directed by the Supreme Court to bring the forensic report. So that all the electronic evidence will be examined by the Central Forensic Science Laboratory now with respect to Vyapam scam. So this Vyapam scam actually is it's about Vyapam. So Vyapam is actually the name in Hindi for Madhya Pradesh Professional Examination Board. So in Hindi it is known as Vyavasayik Pariksha Mandal. So the short of this becomes Vyapam. So this Vyapam scam was regarding this board. So this board is an autonomous body incorporated by the state government. It is self-financed and it is responsible for conducting entrance tests. So for professional examination means for recruitment in government jobs, admission in educational institutions, this Vyapam conducts the examinations. So here there were discrepancies and this all had come to the fore. So this has resulted in actually many deaths taking place too. So many unnatural deaths have taken place of individuals who are associated with this Vyapam scam. Even journalists have lost their lives. and many in accidents and such cases. Supreme Court is presently looking into the matter. So irregularities were reported about Vyapam since 1990s. But finally an FIR was filed in 2000, and in 2009 major complaints surfaced about the pre-medical test which had been conducted. So this finally, when it came to light, Indore police in Madhya Pradesh arrested 20 people who were impersonating candidates for this pre-medical test. So this is the case now. So state government has established a special task force, but the Supreme Court has issued an order to transfer the cases to CBI. This is the status now. The next is IS officers body to meet PM. So concerned over the framing of charges of criminal conspiracy and cheating against former coal secretary. So this is regarding coal block allocation scam. So here again allocation was done without bidding, without auction. So the coal secretary is also facing charges. So here IS officers say that how then the secretary face charges? It is not his decision. Decision is of the minister. So onus should lie on the minister. So this is being put forth. Also, they are saying that an error of judgment, even if the decision has been taken by the officer, but it is an error of judgment which has resulted in the loss taking place, then it should not be treated as criminal misconduct. Otherwise, it would highly demoralize the civil servants. This is another point put forth. The next is regulating India's regressive health insurance. So this says that 3/4 of India's population has no health insurance as such. Even IRDAI, Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India, the regulatory body here, it says that only 28.8 crore individuals as such were insured. So there are various schemes also for weaker sections too. Government has come up with schemes like Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana. So these government policies are there, but then they are in fragments, and also insurance cover is low. So commercial health insurance in India is there, which it almost entirely covers as such the only catastrophic expenditures. So these are very high expenditures as such. This it looks into, but then there are other requirements too. So outpatient treatment, prescription medicines as such, they are not covered under the private health insurance which is available in India. So this is also highlighted. So World Health Organization has also estimated, we know that out-of-pocket spending as a percentage of total health spending is 62.42% in India. The next is not all are equal, where health coverage lags behind. So this is regarding National Rural Health Mission. So this, what is required is there should be access and affordability. So the public health centers in India, they are supposed to provide last mile in healthcare delivery, but then they are not up to the mark. There is fund allocation not being done, attention not given to them. So our government has launched in 2005, National Rural Health Mission was launched to expand access of these primary healthcare centers amongst the rural population. So necessary funds are being provided, but then it's not enough. So that is the next is Ayush drugs to get trial guidelines. So Ayush stands for Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy. So Ayush drugs and formulations, they have to be brought closer to Western medicine. So that is why Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, has released a set of guidelines. So what should be the standards which should be adhered to? So how clinical trials take place for Western medicines, allopathic medicines. Similarly, Ayush medicines also should undergo these rigorous trials. So this is there. If a product derived from traditional knowledge which needs to be commercialized, then the legitimate rights of the tribe or the community from which the knowledge was gathered should be taken care of while applying for intellectual property right or patent. So this is also highlighted in the guidelines. So one case here is of Sun Pharma. So Sun Pharma is the Indian pharmaceutical company which has entered into a deal with International Center for Genetic Engineering and Biotechnology. So it is developing a herbal drug for dengue. So this is one case. The next is personal and public choices eroding health. So this is regarding non-communicable diseases. So these are linked to lifestyle diseases. So they have surpassed communicable diseases as the leading cause of loss of productivity and premature deaths. So now NCDs contribute 52% of the overall disease burden in the country, in India. So this is there. So diseases like cardiovascular diseases take place, diabetes cases have increased, cancer also is said to be a lifestyle disease. So cancer, actually the causes are not known. So but then at least cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, diseases due to overweight, etc., and the kind of food it had. So so this results in such diseases. So walking, exercising, cycling is losing prominence. So cities are expanding at the cost of this. So this bad urban planning, it says, this is resulting in non-communicable diseases increasing. The next is when policy attention is the best remedy. So this is regarding ALS. So this had been prominent as such because of the ice water bucket challenge which was given to raise funds for ALS. So this is amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. So World Health Organization has categorized certain parasitic and bacterial diseases as neglected tropical diseases. So these also need to be given attention to. So this neglected tropical diseases cause substantial illness, but the population affected is the poorest population of the world. So that is why not much attention is given to these diseases. So this is regarding that. So in May 2016, World Health Organization has also declared India as yaws free. So the first country under the 2012 World Health Organization neglected tropical diseases roadmap, first country to have eliminated yaws is India. This is the achievement in 2016. We are yaws free now. And what about ALS? ALS is also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. It's a motor neuron disease. So it results in death of neurons. So that results in voluntary muscles control being lost. So stiff muscles, muscle twitching, even weakness, worsening weakness due to muscle size decreasing generally takes place in ALS. So it results in difficulty in speaking, swallowing, even in breathing. The famous cases, of course, the name as Lou Gehrig is given. So he was the famous baseball player after whom the disease is named. And another prominent personality with ALS is Stephen Hawking, the famous physicist. Then about neglected tropical diseases, these are common in low-income populations like Africa, Asia, and South America. So here they are contrasted with the three big diseases which get the major attention, treatment, funding as such for research also. So these three big diseases are HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria. So these are there. These are not neglected. So there are 17 neglected tropical diseases which have been prioritized by World Health Organization. So you can see the two targeted for eradication are also mentioned here as yaws we just discussed. So yaws has to be eradicated by 2020 by World Health Organization, but India has eliminated it. Other four for elimination are blinding trachoma. Even India had declared, we have seen this in news later, that trachoma also India has claimed that we have eradicated it. Then human African trypanosomiasis, leprosy, lymphatic filariasis, these also have to be eliminated by 2020. For 2015, the target was Guinea worm disease, dracunculiasis. So this was targeted for eradication. These are neglected tropical diseases as against HIV/AIDS, TB, and malaria. Then next about yaws. What is this yaws disease as such? So it's a tropical infection in the tropical region. It affects the skin, bones, and joints. So this is caused by a bacteria. It's a bacterial disease. It results in round, hard swelling of the skin. So this is the case. Joints, bones, they become painful, fatigue. Even new skin lesions may also appear. So these, as such. And this spreads by direct contact with the fluid from a lesion of an infected person. So these pus or whatever is there in these lesions which come up on the person, the disease then spreads because of contact with this. So it affects only humans, yaws, and World Health Organization wants to eradicate it by 2020. India has been declared yaws free in 2016. Next is how to fight hidden hunger. So this is regarding the machine polishing which takes place on seeds. So this bran actually contains pericarp. So this pericarp and the aleurone layer which is there, this contains small amounts of essential nutrients. Some vitamins, zinc, iron, etc. present here. So these are eliminated because of machine polishing, and this leads to hidden hunger. So there are deficiency of these essential minerals too, like zinc. Zinc is important. Deficiency causes growth retardation. Even diarrhea, hair loss, lack of appetite are because of deficiency of zinc. Then even vitamin A has to be provided for. So this is also there. So these, when minerals and vitamins are lost, this results in hidden hunger. So you can see over 300 enzymes in our body use zinc as an essential compound in the action. Zinc supports our immune system in synthesizing and degrading DNA also, in wound healing, etc. Zinc is important. So another zinc rich rice plant has also been developed. This variety is called DRR Dhan 45. So this is also there. So dealing with hidden hunger, we can do this by zinc enrichment. Then last for this video is manual scavenging. So existence of manual scavengers in Capital shocked High Court. So Delhi High Court has got a report which came before it, that is of Delhi State Legal Services Authority, which shows that thousands of people, including postgraduates, were working as manual scavengers in India, in Delhi. So this means government agencies are the major employer of manual scavengers is government agencies, especially the railways is known. Even Delhi Jal Board, municipal corporations are said to be employing manual scavengers, and they are not given even basic protective gears like masks. So this is the remote coming forth. So that is it. Remaining we'll discuss in the next video. Thank you.